This video comes from the heart, and I really mean it. As you've read by the title, I'm going to tell you about how Hamza changed my life. So let's go way, way, way back. Let's start at the beginning. I started watching Hamza when he had around, 15 to 20,000 subscribers. And I stumbled upon one of his videos. I think it was one of his How I Changed My Life videos. And it was, an old video. And I stumbled upon it simply because I was starting on my self-improvement journey. So YouTube was recommending these self-improvement YouTubers. And I clicked on that video and I just, I was left speechless because I saw a man go from a Jeffrey, as he likes to describe it, to an Adonis. And it sparked this sort of flame in me, and it pushed me to go on a whole week, 1 week without a dopamine detox week, a whole week. And I remember calling my friend and telling him we're going on a dopamine detox, and he just looked at me and laughed. He did not know what I was trying to say or why I was doing it. He just laughed, and then I just kept on telling him about it until he just finally agreed to do it. And he cheated. He didn't really do it, okay? So I do the dopamine detox and I feel much better about myself. And I keep on watching his videos. So I watched his videos regularly, every day, every night. Before I go to sleep, I just watch his videos. And they really motivated me. So I went from a student, or from a person, let's start off with this. I went from a person who did not know what he wanted to do with his life to a person who knows what his exact purpose is, who knows what the only thing that will make him happy is. And I have to thank Hamza for that, because he was the one who made me realize my potential, made me get on my grind, and made me see the things that are just sort of translucent. Let's just keep it at that, because some things might seem transparent, but they're not transparent. They're just translucent. And he helped me see through that, see through lies. I met new friends, and I moved. I moved to a new school. I met new friends. And this is an important thing. I went from a regular student. Okay, I'm not gonna say dumb student. Just a normal regular student with just B's. Okay, in occasional C's. So an average student, to being at the top of my class in every single subject. I got straight A's on all of my subjects. And I don't say this to brag or anything. I say this because I actually need it. Because I needed to get into the college that I want to get into and study electrical engineering or physics. I haven't made up my mind on it yet, but it's one of these two just fields of studies that I want to study. And in order to do that, I need good grades in school. So even history and even, sort of dumb subjects like that, I need them. So, I need to study for that. So it's not like I define my success based on my grades. Well, you can do that, but it really depends on if you're actually trying or if you're not trying. Because if you're a student who really doesn't care about school, doesn't give a shit about school, and wants to do something else in life that's completely unrelated to school, then you can't really measure his success based on his grade. But I went from this kid, and I mean it, a kid who didn't know what he wanted to do in life. I was thinking about maybe studying economics or something, because it was just, economics is a broad field of study and you could do many things in it. So I was like, okay, let me just study economics and we'll see what happens. I might become an investment banker, might open my own company. I don't know. There's so many things you could do with an economics degree. So that was the main reason I sort of chose it to start off with. And right now, I know exactly what I like. And I know exactly what I want to spend the rest of my life doing. And that's all thanks to Hamza. I mean, I can't really imagine my life right now if I didn't start watching Hamza. And I was one of these early subscribers. And I take pride in that. Because he's truly a man that helped me become the man that I am right now. Because I call myself a man right now. I hold myself to much higher standards, and I expect more things from myself. I don't really act like a kid. Sure, it's okay to act like a kid sometimes, especially if you're under 18. It Don't take yourself too seriously. That's just a golden rule, because if you take yourself too seriously, you're just going to get into fights with other people who disrespect you, because some people might just be joking around with you. Now, there is a limit to jokes and everything, and that is what being a man really is about. Knowing how to differentiate jokes from just insult and things like that, just people bullying you. That's a man who knows how to differentiate between them. If a random guy on the street comes and tries to make fun of me, then I'm obviously not going to take it as a joke. But if my friend just says, "Okay, you have a big nose," okay, which I do, I'll laugh at it. But obviously, there's a limit. If you if you sit there and say that I have a big nose every single time that I'm with you, I'm obviously not going to be okay with it, because one, I'm a person and I have emotions. So yeah, I mean, one time, two times, it's okay. One time a week, it's okay. But if you're gonna say it every day, then I'm obviously just gonna get hurt, and I'm working on that. And then it's just gonna be boring. My conversation with you is just gonna get so boring if you just call me the same insults every single time we're together. So that's very important. Differentiating between jokes and just people trying to bully you and insult you. That's very important. But also, Hamza taught me to think bigger. He recommended a book. I don't really remember its name, because I read it like almost a year ago, or no, like 9 months ago. It's called how to think bigger, or no, the magic of thinking bigger, or the magic of thinking big, something like that. I read it a while ago, and I read so many books, so I really can't keep track of the titles. And that book, if you didn't read it yet, please go ahead and purchase the book right now. Or you could go get a free copy if you just type the book's name in PDF, or you could type the book's name on YouTube and listen to the audiobook for free. That's what I did. And the book really tells you about how you should be thinking bigger and not restricting yourself to smaller thoughts and smaller ideas, because the bigger you think, the more you'll achieve. And the book teaches you about something that's called first class work, which basically means the best work possible, you producing the best work possible. And the book really motivates you, gives you hope, and gives you sort of a roadmap to how you could become a better person, and how you could achieve more in life. And that book was incredible. I read it, at a point where I was feeling a bit low. I wasn't depressed or anything, but after reading that book, I just, I just went all out. And if I didn't read that book, I don't think I would have gotten all A's. Because you can't just get all A's if you don't plan for it. You need to plan for it. It doesn't happen by accident. If you tell yourself, "Okay, I'm going to get all A's," and you really put in the work, you're just going to get all A's. If I did it, if an average person did it, then I'm sure that you could do it. You're probably more gifted than me. Probably. So it'll be way easier for you to do it if you're more gifted than me. So that book was gold. And you can't I mean, you can apply the principles of this book into anything you want in life. So not just grades. I mean, that's how I interpreted the book, and that's how I applied my knowledge. But you could use the resources from the book to and apply them into many other fields, such as business, growing your business, or just your life, emotion life, physical life, gym, whatever you want. You could apply it into so many different fields, and it'll work for you, because it's just a simple formula that you need to understand. I'm not going to spoil the book too much. Go ahead and read it. I mean, if this whole video, if I could just make you do one thing, it's for you to read the book. Because I mean, you probably watched Hamza if you clicked on this video, so I can't really introduce you to Hamza, but I could introduce you to the book, and that will just change your life. And I like the idea of introducing new books to you, so I'm just gonna do this regularly, because I think that this will help you out a lot, especially if you start reading the books. But yeah, that's how Hamza changed my life. And right now, I own a company, or not a company. I still haven't registered yet. It's a business, and it's a startup. It's a tech startup, and it's going really well. We're building this app right now. We have a team and everything, and yeah, I just feel so much better. And I feel it's like you feel that your lifestyle has completely changed. My lifestyle has completely changed. Even my fashion, my outfits and my fashion taste has changed completely. I now take myself more seriously. I wear, nicer clothes, and I just, you know when you're trying to meet someone, it's obviously preferable to have good clothes on you and everything. And that's part of the reason why I wear, nicer clothes. But I could get into all of that in another video. But yeah, that's how basically Hamza changed my life. I'll make another video about how I changed my life, and that will be an interesting video. But yeah, go ahead and purchase the book, or you could just go and find the book on YouTube and listen to it completely for free. Okay, and that will change your whole perception on life.